Good morning, friends. Teresa from Star Stylist Homestead, and it is morning. It's 7:33. I've been up since 5:30. So I'm gonna be making some Better Than Bush's baked beans, and I started last night. I took 4 pounds of white northern beans. Rinsed them 2 or 3 times. I went through them all, rinsed them 2 or 3 times, maybe even 4, just until the water cleared. And then I put them in a pan and let them soak overnight. So I wanted to get a start on this today because gardening season's coming and I got a lot of stuff down there that's coming up here. And it's just one more thing I wanted to get done. So I am going to, after I do this part here, I'm going to put my recipe right up. You know what? I won't even. It'll be underneath. That's just as easy to copy and paste than take a picture of it. So I'll have my recipe below. But I wanted to show you. I soaked them overnight. This morning, I got to come in and get those off. I hate those things floating. Okay, I'll tell you what I did. I soaked them overnight. Then this morning, I came in. I rinsed them really good. I dumped all that water out. Rinsed them a couple times again, just to get them nice and clean. And I went through, got all these little skins off, any floaters that I had. And then I boiled them in this pan for 2 minutes. I removed it from heat and let it soak for 1 hour in this pan. Then I drained it and then rinsed them again and refilled this to a couple inches above, and now I just put it back on to boil. Once it starts boiling, I'm going to boil it. I'm going to turn the heat down and let it simmer for 30 minutes on here. In the meantime, I have my canner going. All my jars are in my dishwasher sanitizing because I wanted them all to get done at the same time. I have everything ready for my thing. My onion cut up. I have all my stuff over here. And once these are done, then it should all come right together. So I'm trying to make it a perfect timing so everything's done together. Alrighty, friends, beans are done. I brought them up to a boil, let them simmer for 30 minutes on the stove. I just took them off. Now I'm gonna make my sauce. My jars just finished. This is perfect timing. I just turned this back up because it was boiling. I just turned that back up. So right here, I have 2 quarts of tomato juice. In this, I mixed everything. Recipe will be below. But I have a half a cup of molasses. Let's see. 2 tablespoons apple cider vinegar. A teaspoon of allspice. Salt and pepper. I only used a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. It calls for 2 pepper. We'll see. I also used 1 teaspoon of liquid smoke so far. I just added it all in here because it was all going together anyway. So I wanted to get it together. I need 2 cups of brown sugar. There's 1. And this is a half cup, so there's a half. And 2. I need 2 cans of tomato sauce. Oh, man. Of all things to splash. This will come together really quick. You just bring this to a boil and it's done, basically. So this is the only thing I'm going to wait for. So there's my 2 cans. Oh, I also had 2 teaspoons of ground mustard in there too, in that little bowl. Get all the goodness out of here. And if I didn't say earlier, I used 4 pounds of beans. There's a lot of beans there. And if I have a lot left over, I'll just make another one of these once this is done. Okay, that's all in there. And I'm going to also add my 1 large onion diced. And I'm going to turn that back up. I thought I lost an onion. And then we're just going to mix this together. And you do want it liquidy, because once you start pressure canning this, it'll thicken up a little bit. So let's get that going. Let me make sure I didn't. Oh, apple cider vinegar. I had 2. I don't think I said that. I had 2 tablespoons in there also. And seeing that this is nothing's raw, I'm just going to taste. Ooh. Let's put that one in there. I am going to, because I only used a teaspoon, I'm going to add like another teaspoon of liquid smoke in there. Let me get another spatula. It is baked beans after all. Alrighty, we're going. Now what I'm going to do is get all my jars out. I'm just going to taste this. Wow, friends, that's really good. I am not adding pork, bacon, anything into this. If I want it in there when I cook these, I'll cook it up and throw it in there. But there's that. I'll be back. I am going to fill all these. They say about 3/4 of the way full with beans. I'm not doing 3/4 of the way. I'll do a little more than half. I don't know, I almost feel like that's too many beans. We'll find out though. So I'm going to fill all these. I've got some wide mouth and some regular mouth. My jars just came out. And by the time I finish filling these, my sauce will be ready. So I will be back. What perfect timing. See, the sauce is a little thick, just not super thick. And it smells so amazing, my friends. So I'm going to put, we want this 1-inch head space. Woo, hot, hot. By the way, hot jars, hot liquid, hot water, always. Okay. And then we're going to debubble. Yeah, see, no. I feel like that's too many beans in there. Yeah, see, my friends, that looks better. I took like a 1.5 scoops out. That looks so much better because those beans are still going to expand in there. Friends, I'm going to do a test. This is about 3/4 of the way full. I am going to keep this one that way. And I'm going to put my sauce in there. And I'm going to immediately mark the top of this and pressure can it like that to see what the difference is between this one and the other ones. Wow, hot, hot. See? And then, I mean, they look about the same, so I guess it's a good thing, but this one's not all the way full. So I'm going to clean the top of this, put my lid on, and mark it so that I know. And you want to use this. white vinegar to clean the top. Ooh, got my lids all right here. I'm going to put that lid on, and this lid. Come on. And I'm going to do finger tight. Then I'm going to mark it. I'm just going to put 3/4 so that I know. I'll put 3/4 full. Then I know which one is which. I'm going to keep that off the side there, and I'm going to fill the rest of them. Friends, I want to tell you something. First off, because I did less beans in there, it didn't take up as much space, so I still have 2 left that I should have been able to put the sauce in. If you take any amount of time at all, I want to just show you. Let me just grab one that's been, I'm going to use this one, sitting here for a while. You can't just wipe it and be done with it, because as I was noticing, I'm wiping it and I had to take beans out, but because of the sauce, you have to really scrub. You see that? To make sure that tomato sauce didn't dry on there. So seriously, take your time. If you're going to take all the time, to make these, then take the extra time and make sure that your rims are clean completely. Because had I not paid attention, some of these wouldn't have closed for me, or sealed, because that would have broke the seal, or it might have sealed and then broke it later. So really make sure that they're completely clean. No dried on stuff or anything. Go over it again if you have to. Just an FYI. I'll be back. Now, I have 7 jars in the bottom, 7 on top, but one of them is just filled with water, just to fill in that space. Now, I'm going to put my top on, close it on up, turn that so it doesn't blow everywhere, and turn that to high. Then, when this starts steaming, I'm going to set a timer, a nice steady stream. Timer for 10 minutes, and then I'll come and put my weight on, but I'll be back for that. Alright friends, I don't know if you can see that in there. Yeah, you probably can. That started going like that 3 minutes ago, so I put my timer on for 10 minutes. Once that 10 minutes are up, I'll put my weight on. 75 minutes, 4 pints, 94 quarts, and I'm at 11 pounds right now, so I'll be keeping an eye on this. I decided not to do the rest of my beans because I actually went and put them all in the jars and had, I think, 7 jars. I did not want to run this thing for 7 jars, and I wanted some for dinner, so I have these. So I have a half a pan of them. And for dinner, I'm going to do up another sauce. And I'll probably be giving some of that away because I don't think we're going to be eating that many beans. But I wanted some for dinner and I didn't want to have to run another canner for so few. I'll be back. Alrighty friends, it is all done. I've had the lid off for about 5 minutes now. Let's take that out of there. Just set that over here. And look at those beans. Yeah, from the looks of it, I'm glad I did them half. Let's see what that one underneath. I put it on the bottom. Yeah, that definitely siphoned a little bit. This is the one that I put fuller. Well, it looks about the same. I don't know. Anyway, there you have it. Let's see, we got 3, 3, 6, 9, 13 of them. I'll take it. So, there you have it, friends. Another canning session down. There you go. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you. I hope you make them. They taste amazing. These are the better than Bush's baked beans. Yeah, that's what it is. I'll see you again, or you'll see me again. Ciao for now.